Hi, I am Chef Sheron from Chef Sheron Catering Lifestyles. I'm here at the absolutely fabulous NetWORKcation, organized by my wonderful friend Jackie, who has been inviting me for so long, but never got a chance. I finally did. What an amazing event. I have connected, bonded, and formed such relationships with the people who have attended. It was not only informative, but definitely an awakening to the opportunities that are out here. Again, my name is Chef Sheron Catering Lifestyles, the fusion of food, fashion, and flair. You can reach me at www.chefsheroncateringLifestyles.com or chefsheron.com.
Welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. You know, what can you say after hearing from Chef Sheron Chin? She is so exquisite in her own right. I've seen her work at multiple events, and it was so valuable having her in that room. And she was so excited to be there. She made so many connections, and I was just glad to share who she is with everyone that was in the room at the Newsworthy Stories Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation. Now, if you did not see that special report that I put out, you can see it on my Newsworthy Stories YouTube channel. The one extra valuable bit of information you might not have received is that there is a new date for the next NetWORKcation, and that is going to be May 14th, 2026. We want you to register today on primeevents.com, and that's Prime Events with a Z at the end.com, and then save the date, share it, because the next collaboration that we have with the NetWORKcation is going to be my 1-year anniversary. And so I can't even imagine, what's going to come up next time. Even though it was a super comprehensive special report, there was no way to get all that valuable information that was shared at the NetWORKation into one story, or even 2 stories, 3 stories. But today I wanted to share more information that the Broward County Public Schools shared with us. And there were opportunities I didn't know existed.
My name is Michael Scott, and I'm the Officer for Economic Development, Opportunity, and Compliance for Broward County Public Schools. On behalf of our Superintendent, Dr. Howard Hepburn, as well as our school board members, thank you for having us, Jackie. School board members, they are committed to our small business community. And when I say committed, since 2017, we spent some $500+ million with our small businesses. Annually, we spend about $600 to about $1 billion through procurement. And one of the missions of our office is to grow the economic base for the benefits of our students, families, and the business community.
My name is Jasmine Jones. I'm the program manager overseeing nearly $1 billion of operation in Broward County Public Schools. So my job begins when an awarded firm is actually on site, and I'm manager to ensure that the small businesses, they actually get paid. If not, they get an email from me, and that's the beginning of I'm on you to make sure you pay these small businesses.
And Jackie, she mentioned certification. Our department, we certify our small businesses, where our tagline is Buy Broward. So we want to do businesses with our Broward County businesses. We certify as emerging, small, veteran, minority, or women-owned businesses. Not only do we have a reciprocity with Broward County, with Maribel's OESBD, but we also have partnerships with Miami-Dade Schools, Palm Beach Schools, and Miami-Dade County as well. So where if you're certified with us or you're certified with them, that's a shortened process for certification. And with certification comes, we actually have a concierge service. So if you're certified with us and we have an upcoming solicitation coming out, our concierge manager will contact you to let you know about those upcoming opportunities. That's just some of the small ways that we want to make sure our small businesses do get business with Broward County Public Schools. We also have a goal setting committee where we make sure we review every solicitation that comes through Broward County, and we make sure, if we can, that we put some type of small business participation on that contract. So for example, for a construction project, we might have a 20% goal, which means 20% of those dollars must go to our small businesses. Another benefit is our price preference. If you're certified with us, we just had goal setting last week. We put a 3% price preference on the solicitation. That means if you're certified, you come within 3% of that lowest bid for the ITB, guess what? It comes to you because you're certified with us. We also have on March 11th, our Brunch and Learn business marketing, which is huge for our small businesses. We recognize that you are critical to our economic ecosystem, and so we have our experts come out, going to feature about marketing. As I stated before, we've had business. We just had Chase. Chase sent some representatives to come out to talk about to our small businesses, and we have programs throughout the year.
So that's my question. So I know you're having trainings, but like myself, I want to do the training. So that's what I guess
Well,
is that what you understand? That's what I'm interested in. I want to do.
You want to do the training? Give me a call.
Okay.
Right. We have our cards over here. We have Jasmine, reach out to Jasmine, and we can also reach out to our outreach manager, Diana Aguilar. Just let her know you're interested in, becoming a speaker, and we'll make sure it happens. Just tell her, you met Michael at this event. So
100%.
And if I may add, it's multifaceted in terms of how to get in with the district because there's so many entry points, and I wanted to clarify some of that. So we have like a threshold between $0 to $5,000 where it requires one quote. So that is not a formal bid. You basically have to select your, I would say, your NIGP codes, because oftentimes people don't know what that is, but it is the classification of your industry. So you have to make sure that when you register to do business with the district, it's imperative that you have to do, first of all, it's a two-step process. Let me explain, let me back up. First, when you register, you self-register first, and then within 24 to 48 hours, then you get the second email so you can put your information as far as your financials, how to get paid, because that's important. I'm sure you all want to get paid. And then you get a vendor number. Why that is important? Because when it's time for them to get a quote, they ask for your vendor number. That is not the time to say, oh, I don't have one. Guess what they're going to do next? They're moving on. So you want to be ready. Don't focus only on what you do, because sometimes the scope of work that you do is indirectly connected to a larger piece of the pie. Does that make sense? So you have to literally remove the blinders on and say, hey, I do this. Yes, there may be like IT. It's easy to say, okay, there's IT work and they have IT bids, that actually come out and I can focus. But sometimes installation of IT, very rarely you'll see a bid for installation of IT. Does that make sense? So really, you want to make sure that, yes, you do installation of IT, but you want to also select the NIGP codes for IT work. Does that make sense? So that way you can also get that information.
Riley is with Dealer Product Solutions, and when I'm always looking for, particularly in her space, because she comes out and she's with Dealer Product Solutions, but she has something that can protect your vehicles from being stolen, and it really works. And so I would like her to be able to connect with you as well. But it's something that, if you're not thinking about it, because it's not something you think about, but they have been able to find, it's not like a GPS is better than a GPS kind of thing. And so, and it's working, and they've been able to find people, trying to steal the catalytic converters and things like that, which are very expensive. And so I just wanted her.
Risk management would love to talk to you.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's things like that. And so, I just want to say, let me say this and come over here and say this, okay? So, it's something that news does. My background is news, right? Something news does all the time. It teaches you what's important. It makes things important that you might not even be thinking about. And so they do, a lot of times it's breaking news, but you have to tell everybody what's breaking about your business. the school board might not realize how important you are. Looking at Janine Young right now, and looking at her beautiful face, she is a golf biomechanics expert and one of the few, TPI certified people. But man, how hot is golf right now? Right?
Well, if I may add, one of the things that Broward County Public School actually has is to participate as a lobbyist. You represent yourself, and I think it's a cost of $250 to be a lobbyist. And what that entitles you to do is actually, and we'll guide you on this if you need guidance, is to speak directly with the department that oversees anything, any services that you provide. That gives you open access to go ahead and speak with them and engage them in conversation about what you do, who you are, what you do. So that is huge. So that's what's going to be very important to understand. What's an RFP? What's an RFQ? What's an RFI? What is an ITB? What is an RTN? All those things matters and understand the various types of solicitations. But you have to understand and speak someone to understand that lingo. And also, we actually document a training how to put a successful ITB together and also RFP. That is huge because it's an on-demand training. So you get to see those things, understand the platform, the DNAs to understand it. So, go ahead.
Now that was actually one of my questions. One of my questions today was, do you have trainings to teach people how to write an RFP?
We are all teachers.
So I just want to talk about Alex for a quick second. I'm not going to give away what you talked about, but I met Alex at an event, and he told me, hey, I'm interested in giving the service to Broward schools. And so guess what I did? Made a connection for him. He made a connection. He knows when the next contract ends, so he needs to start getting ready, for when that contract ends, to put in that bid, to win that, to get that bid, get a award.
Does that sound like these entities, they're not just entities that are so big they can't be reached? That's the benefit of NetWORKcation, accessibility.
I do want to say one thing. When it comes to Broward schools, we're a massive organization. A lot of schools. You want to get into those schools, you need to network. You need to meet the principals, PTA, secretaries, treasurers. But Jasmine, she mentioned one thing when it comes to quotes. Under 5,000, they just need one quote. Anything from 5,000 to 50,000, they need 3 quotes. We prefer a certified firm. We tell them to reach out to a certified firm because we do have a directory of all our certified firms. We did it 2 years ago. We're going to do another one at the end of this year. If you're certified, we put you in that directory. We give it out to all the schools, all the agencies around the county, so they know, hey, if we're looking for somebody catering, it was a catering company that's certified. And just talking about cities, on March 26th, we're hosting an expo with the city of Lauderdale, where we're going to have different agencies come out and just talk about the many opportunities that they have. But our next event, Mr. Jones, I do want to make sure is with Deerfield Beach. I do want to make sure we do something similar with Deerfield Beach.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Jones, don't leave before I get to talk to you, okay?
I'm in the back.
Okay. I'll be in the back soon.
Now make sure you sign up or follow Broward County Public Schools, because they also have a newsletter that goes out, and all these emails, you'll receive these emails about the next events or the in-person workshops that are free, to get you certified or to get you connected, to get you up to date and how to get those bids that they are offering. And so we want you to be in on it, and then we want to hear back, on how you did. So again, the next Newsworthy Stories, Bring Your Business to the Beach NetWORKcation will be held May 14th, 2026. We want you to be in the room.